now you can hear me. Okay. Good, good, good. Let's see. It's a bit dark, maybe. It's fine. Okay. Okay, looking good so far. I need some music. Okay. Yep. Just getting some music for myself. Okay. Can't I hear anything? Okay. So, who's here in the chat? There's some music. Good. Okay. Yeah, we left off 2 weeks ago. We did some cabling on the panels and soldering switches and sockets and all this stuff. And yeah, in the meantime, I have adapted this panel here. Let me show you a bit closer here. So that's the end of the slider part, and that's where the switches and sockets for the main power supply and USB and so on go in. So the problem here was this cutout for the switch was not the right dimensions, way too loose on the length and way too narrow on the short side. So I redesigned this, did a couple of test prints, and now it's fitting pretty well. I also went ahead and prepared these little things here. Oops. There you go. There you go. So, yeah, I sorted and crimped these because I thought it's not that interesting on stream, and you've seen it a million times. Good. The other thing that has changed is this thing. That's the like the complementary part to this lid here. It will go. Come here. Yeah. Slide it in. There we go. So this goes together, and these two holes go at the end of the rail. And the issue here was when I printed it. Oh yeah. I got a little light here so you can see better. This helps something. Maybe a bit too bright. Yeah, okay, it's not bad. Yeah, okay. All right. So these holes here, they are meant for heat inserts, and the way I modeled them, they weren't supported during the print, so they printed badly. And yeah, so I redid them that they print better, and that's this version. And I don't think anything else has changed. So I made some little tabs here, so it would print better. The same here. And now they print really nice. So we have to swap this out from the model, or from the motion control rig. Good. Yeah, maybe let's start with this one. I will open my CAD program. And show you. Okay. Okay. I just want to check which inserts to put in here. Come on. Good. There we are. M2. Okay. Then let's get some M2s. It's kind of a spooky light in this angle. And also maybe the white balance is a bit crooked on this one. Is that right? Can't see it. It looks a bit weird. Let me check. Yeah, knew it. There we go. 56. Okay. Right. Good. Come on. So this insert here is still just as bad to reach as with the other version, but maybe because it's printed better, it will work better to get there at like an angle or so. Let's try. So first these. That's good. Easy peasy. Now the other ones. And strictly speaking, we don't need these, you know, to screw it down, because it's just a PCB. 2 screws are enough. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. At an angle. There you see. Good. The inserts here, those are, I believe, M2 as well. Check the model. M2, yeah. Okay. These are the inserts to hold the end switch for the slider rail. That's okay. Good. And the rest is M3, so we have to change the tip. Good. Check the insert. M3. But no, that's the yeah. It's tricky. Yeah, these are short M3s. It's also a short one. Good. These two. There are normal ones. Two normal ones. Oh, microphone's a bit crooked. I hope it's not too loud for you. That should be better. Okay. It's fine. Honest Auntie Ellie. Hello to you. Okay, yeah, you couldn't see any of that. So, okay, these are the inserts, the two left ones to attach the cable chain. And the third one here is from the other side to attach the lid. And there is all the inserts. Good. Insert, insert, insert. I think I will cable up the lid now. Then we can just slide it over. Yeah. As I mentioned earlier, I have prepared a bit. These out of the way. And so we have this little guy here. This is just a DC barrel check for the 12-volt input. This is a switch to switch to 12 volts. And then we have a USB-C socket for the communication. And as you can see, I have already prepared all the cables and plugs for it. One small oversight on my part. The switch will switch the voltage from this socket. And I have not added like a second terminal for it on the PCB. So, and I also don't want to solder them together because they are mounted from the outside. onto this panel. So if I would solder them, I could not just remove them from the panel. I would have to desolder them, and that's a pain. So for now, for this version, I will help myself with a little Vago clamp. And I think I will make a new iteration of the PCB, add a second terminal, and do the connection on the PCB. But for now, we are saved by the Vago clamp. Good. Let's put it in. So then this guy. No. Tighten it a bit with the fingers. Should be enough. It's not too critical here. That looks nice. And now USB-C. And for these, I believe they have also the metal, whatever that is called. No, too big. Let me see. Yeah. That's the hardware stuff it came with. So you could make like a dust seal for it. I'm not gonna do that. That's neat. This little guy here. But I believe it's the same. Yeah, those are the same. Good. Good. There you go. Downside on this USB-C thing is it's plastic, and oh, will it fit? Oh, come on. Yeah. Oh no, but oh man. Okay, so this will not fit over the connector here. Oh no, exactly. Oh no. Okay, what I have to do is remove the connector, and yeah, they're quick to pop out, exactly. And I give it for a single to pawn. Yeah, or maybe two double. Let me check. So like two doubles here. And if I do them like this, 2 on 2. And okay, so this fits. Whoop. Good. Ah, man, should have tried it. Did you make notes for F2? Do you have a larger port, or are you not revisioning? I am revisioning this. This model here, at least in CAD, is at revision 310. I've been working for the last about 5 years on this. But this right now will be version 1.0. It has specific goals and requirements I'd like to achieve. And this one will be done for the 1.0 release. And because I have to redo the PCB, I might go with a 2x2 connector. Yeah. Yeah. Seen some videos in the past, but my memory is fleeting. Yeah. It's been a while since the first version I made out of wood from an old bed frame. But it had even then some amazing shots, and yeah, since then I improved it and improved and improved, and there was so much like feature creep over the years, and yeah, so last year I decided to sort it out and define requirements and features and get a definitive version 1.0, and that's what I'm working towards. Because right now I have already new ideas which I want to change after 1.0, but I'm not going to do this right now. This one is not coming out. There we go. Good. 4 single cables. Okay. Let's do it like this. Come on. Yeah, a while back I published version 0.1.0. Was 2 or 3 years ago, and feature-wise, it's almost the same as this one. So it's not that different at all with functionality and stuff. But this version is much neater and easier to build, and all in all, a better build. So I need to work on my mental model of how stuff fits together physically. My last big CAD project kind of defined physics with the way it fit together. Yeah, I get that. See, this guy here, I have these four come on, the brass inserts. But if you wanna, melt them in, you have to put it like this. And now these here are no longer accessible. It only works in CAD. Are you using a bottle camera, or is it software? That's the Elgato Facecam Mark II. And you can install fancy NVIDIA special drivers, which will do face detection and all that. But basically it's in the Elgato software. So you just punch in a bit and the bot or the software will track your face wherever you go. And it's pretty handy if I'm, shuffling around and so. Yeah, can't wait. Who's that? Infinite Finance one? Yeah, works perfect. And also then, manufacturing tolerances and capabilities of your machine. If you have like 5 centimeter overhangs and it looks good in CAD. Yeah. So, go on. What were you designing in CAD? So, used to annoy the university's manufacturing department so much that they started ignoring tolerances by standard, and the only way to get a press fit was to make friends with them. Hey, CAD to relief are two different. Yeah, Flicks my switch lasers back again. Hi, how you doing? Years ago, but I 3D printed on a very early MakerBot, and the 100% printed robot for a engineering challenge. Nice. Oh yeah, the early MakerBots, they were rough. They were really rough. So that's a smaller one. Good, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, I looked a bit in your content, your laser stuff, and really interesting. I like your adjustment method with the bean cans to get it squared. That's a really nice trick. Students had no idea how many hours a decimal point added with tolerances, so I understand their pain. Yeah. Yeah. But I think it's again different with if you do machining and CAM and all that stuff. I have not looked into that at all. I'm just doing 3D printing right now. I'm looking into lasers, but CNC stuff or so, not yet. Yes, I don't copy other channels. Nice. Good. So, okay. All three are in. Good. So, okay. Now to this business. We have to do the little laser stuff at the local makerspace. That's nice. Yeah, we don't have really makerspaces around here. That's still a pretty new concept in like smaller German towns. So I wanna switch to live and switch that, and now the clamp. Yeah. Yeah, since last you were here in the live stream, I looked into lasers. I went quite down the rabbit hole, and yeah, as you recommended, CO2 lasers are a bit more interesting for the stuff I want to do than diode lasers. And I looked at the OhmTech Polar, if you're familiar with it. I want to check it out if it's like in a Black Friday's a sale or something. So a Cyber Monday, yeah. What interface are you using to input data into the slider? Yeah, okay. So the controller on there is an ESP32 running fluidnc, which is a port of Gerbil ESP, which is a port of the original Gerbil. So you basically use G-code over, in my case, over USB serial. But it also, because it's an ESP32, you have Wi-Fi. That means you can go with telnet or WebSockets. But for larger data formats with like machines with more axes, I didn't find it too reliable. I have like little turntables, which are only one axis, of course, and it's enough over telnet. That's okay. But 4 axis or so, nah, not so good. You'd be surprised. There's a sweet point of town city size, so real estate is cheap enough and there's enough people to make one. Yeah, yeah. I haven't had that sweet spot yet. Yeah, too big of a city, there's too many members, not enough area. That's true, yeah. Yes, I know it. It's the standard is there standard in the cinema industry? Uh, I could imagine like going with DMX or a version of DMX because you know, PTC cameras. These are pan, tilt, zoom cameras, and they do just that: pan, tilt, and zoom. And you have them in like sports studios, or yeah, these are like automated cameras, like the stuff I do: 2-axis gimbals and a zoom motor. And some of them, they use DMX. DMX is more for lighting, studio lighting, and you can adjust brightness and colors and effects and stuff over DMX. And DMX itself is just RS485, which is like a serial bus. It's easy to adapt. You can get shields for Arduino and I believe Raspberry Pi, and then you can start controlling lights with your Arduino. It's pretty easy. And newer versions and more professional lights, they use wireless DMX, and which is really interesting because they use mesh networks. So you have your connectivity to one light, and it will distribute all the commands to all the lights in the studio or on the film set, and you don't have to pull cables, you don't have to set up a Wi-Fi network or anything. They connect with each other. And yeah, that's maybe somewhere down the line this could be possible with DMX, but right now it's okay with G-code and over serial. Yeah, because I'm writing also the control software on the other side, and right now the plan is to hook this up to Blender. Blender is an animation software for 3D animation, and I have written a plugin which converts the camera move inside Blender into CNC G-code basically, and sends it to my motion control rig, and it does the move then. Which, yeah, worked pretty good. Problem with magic stuff like that is security can be nightmare unless it's paired. Yeah, there is no security whatsoever in these things. Yeah, it's never yeah, I've worked in a couple of companies, and it's always the security guy that gets neglected. And if you look at like the new legislative stuff for IT security, I don't know how small companies that are not concerned with security manage this. If you look in even the industrial sector, so much of this industrial stuff is not secure. They just use standard passwords if they have a password at all, non-encrypted connections. Yeah, it's the Wild West. One flipper zero and the yeah, school play is ruined. That's right, yeah. But I believe schools just still use the cheap old stuff. Yeah, so IT security by old design. Good. So this thing is ready. These two go together. This goes together. That's fine. Can throw a lot of that into a VLAN. Be good if your physical security is okay. Yeah, that's true. Yep. But yeah, everyone wants wireless. Yeah. But for my solution here, there's no security whatsoever. So if you build my slider and get hacked, it's not my fault. That does not use a display screen. Are you using a joystick or enter waypoint, camera angle, etc.? Yeah, fluidnc can use a display, but it's very minimal information. You get the coordinates of your axis, and you get your IP address, I believe, and the buffer status of the input. That's all fine. That's okay for this. But like it's Marlin or stuff, more sophisticated 3D printer software, it's not like that, not at all. For the input, yeah, as I said, the Blender plugin where you can control the rig via Blender, so your laptop and a USB connection or Wi-Fi connection. And I have also built a physical remote. I have built 2 physical remotes. I can show you if you like. I get the wide angle here. So, that's my tiny little remote. You see, this is massive. I built this, I got distracted and built this over a couple of weekends. And it's very dusty now. It has a Raspberry Pi 4 in it. That's a 7-inch touch screen. That's a 4x40 character screen for your axis coordinates, all this stuff. Here's your power control to boot and power the thing. This one is an axis switch. Nice click. And what you do with this, you select the axis you want to manipulate. You buy them off the shelf. Yes, this one is off the shelf. I can show you. So this is a normal jog wheel for CNCs. And you can jog around, and with this switch you select which axis to jog. And this is like single increments, really tiny stuff. These two joysticks, they are 3-axis joysticks each, so you can do this, but you can also twist them. And they have a button on top to do other stuff. Then over here is a section of LED toggle switches. There you can enable and disable access for these two joysticks. So you can, hold a certain height with your rig or something like that. And this little guy over here was the most work. This is, in the center, is a round LCD screen. And below it, there is a rotary encoder, but it's a special encoder which has a pass-through in the middle. So the normal encoder is like a poti, a normal knob you twist. But this one is a ring with a hole in the middle. So I made all the electronics of the LCD to fit through the ring in the middle and go from the bottom down out of the bottom. And this means you can display something in here in full color LCD, and you can twist the outer ring to adjust the value. Like you do in fancy cars, they have this part as well. And the rings around here, these are RGB, the NeoPixel things. And yeah, because RGB makes everything better. And yeah, I powered it all with a power bank inside. It's this here. I took it out so it would not burn my house down. But here goes the power bank. That's a TNC, what's it, a 4.1, I believe, to do all the inputs. And then you have your connection to the Raspberry Pi. Yeah. So yeah, but I put this on hold because I wanted to finish the rig. And when the rig is finished, version 1.0, I can work on the controls. So that means Blender plugin and physical control. Because you have always two use cases. You are either in like a studio-like setting, like I have here, where you have infrastructure, you can bring your laptop and so on. And then you can use the Wi-Fi router or something. But if you are out in the field and just, out in the field, you could just grab the controller, plug it in and start, and you don't need anything else. No fancy software, no Blender, no nothing. Controller is great, thank you. I worked a lot on it. It's modularly designed, so all the sections, you see all the seams here, it prints in sections. It's a really crappy design because it uses so much support. I'm gonna redo this from the printing standpoint. But yeah, that's the bottom here. You can see it flexes a bit. Not too bad. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. On here, my control software I've used in the past uses, it's built in a Node.js, which is a server environment to run the V8 engine. And the V8 engine is what does the JavaScript in your browser. That's basically the heart of Chrome, the Chrome browser. So you can use the V8 engine inside Node.js to make applications on your PC, like servers, but also on other applications. Like if you have VS Code or Atom Editor, they are done in Node.js. Basically, it's a a bit more than that, but it's basically Node.js. And that's what I have written in. So it's really easy to get your data in and out. And all the values you have and all the functions inside the software are published via MQTT. So you could write your own MQTT dashboard or interface to press buttons, do recordings, do animations, and all this stuff all over MQTT. So what I have done, I've used Node-RED, which is like a flow-based programming software to make a bit of automation and dashboards and this stuff. And I created a web interface with it, with all the buttons and all the input. And via MQTT, it sends the stuff to the control software, and the control software passes it along via telnet, Wi-Fi, USB serial onto rigs that are connected. And this way it's all, virtualized and in modules. I was able to remove the software from the Raspberry Pi it was running on and bring it on the PC and let it run on the PC, and it works just as fine as on the Raspberry Pi. And that's only possible with like a modular approach. As long as Flex doesn't, yeah, that's right. It's for me also like the feel of the thing. It's it twists a bit. It feels plasticky. But yeah, I wanted, you see from the aesthetics, I wanted to go with a bit. It looks almost like a 70s computer with the orange and black and white. I really like that style, and also the character screen here. It's a really good look. And what I want to do with this, I want to learn how to weather 3D prints and to paint it so it's a good finish, and then give it some weathering as if this thing was old and used in the field with bumps and scratches. It's just for me. I want to learn this, and that's what I'm doing. Please donate a bit about how you built this. It's fantastic. No, thank you. It sounds very interesting. Yeah, I will. It's so much. Sorry. Do not do. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I will. The main thing for me is I need to focus on things and get things done. And I'm getting better at this. I'm changed some things this year. I'm making ticket systems and milestones and reviews and this stuff to get it more organized, so I don't get sidetracked, because this whole thing this was a sidetrack from my original project, from the motion control slider. There was just I wanted to do it, so I did it, and I did not think about documenting it or planning it or anything. And that's why I will have a lot of work to get this to a finished state. But now with these projects, I plan them from the beginning. I give myself like a frame in which I want to work. I define features and milestones, and that way I get a lot more stuff done. It's the same with videos this year. I define them, and this way I don't lose track of what has to go into video and what not. Some old washes from model painting should work, but your layer lines would show up like anything. Yep. Streaming is probably a sidetrack too. I'm talking for half an hour right now about doing other things than the things I wanted to stream about. Yeah. But yeah, streaming was for me. I wanna involve my audience into my build process. So I try to make devlogs and less edited content, which is great. I can put them out faster. I don't have to script it. That's good. But also with the live streams, I can just talk to you, and it's great to get some feedback from people in chat. It's really amazing. And you see, I after the stream is done, this will just upload and people can watch it, and I don't have to do any editing, and you still get to see some of the stuff I'm doing. So I'm exploring a bit the possibilities of YouTube here. So, what were we doing? Getting sidetracked. Okay. Now we have assembled these two. And yeah, we could swap it out in the rig. Yeah, let's do it. We're adding the connector set of the quads. Yep, you're right. We have done this. We are in here. So yeah, I've checked this out. I think it was about new features in Lightburn, and that video took off, man. That was nice. So can you see any of that? A little bit. I would just have to unscrew everything here. And that cable broke. Okay. So yeah, hey, that's nice. The market is really saturated with 20-minute videos, essays at the moment. Anything that is rooted in the moment or reality is good at the moment. 1 hour deep dives of 5-minute slice of lives. Yeah, you see a lot of these, that's right. But it's, yeah, somehow what people prefer. Yes, another one. It's me again as something you think you are something you think you are talking to nobody. Yeah, yeah, that is right. Yeah, to get something then, and you know, comments and feedback, and that's really good, because a lot of the time, and I'm sure you feel the same sometimes, you're just sitting there and thinking, will anyone watch this? Will anyone see this at any point? Yeah. People's, yeah, shorts have really shaken. Yeah, I'm thinking about creating some shorts. I don't know, because the thing with shorts is some people really hate them. It's astonishing how strong their opinion can get over something they do not have to watch. They just have to scroll past it. But people get pissed when they see a short in their subscription feed. I don't know. Yeah, because with my distractions, they are pretty good to post as shorts. I think a month ago or so, I have started building a full-size 6-axis robot as a distraction. The thing has 1 meter reach with the arm completely stretched, and at the moment it can lift 10 kilos. I want to get it up to 30 kilos. And I have some short videos on my phone, which would make good shorts about it. I will post them at some point, I think. But it was another distraction, you know. I want to build a 5-axis full-size robot. And then I did it. Get out of there. As long as content's there, overproduced content has started feeling inauthentic. Yeah, yeah. It's true, yeah. Yeah. For me, it's mostly thumbnails that turn me off. If they are like over clickbaity and oh, you're never gonna believe what this and this happened, and oh man, then I'm not gonna click it. It's I don't want like fabricated drama. So you are much less than me for having multiple interests. To get a balance, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I have one video where I did a little bit it was not clickbaity, I think, but it was a bit more yeah, I don't know. I did a video about making labels with nail polish. And in the thumbnail, it's just a picture of a 3D print with nail polish labels, and then in bright text nail polish question marks, and that's my most viewed video so far. And it stands a bit out because all my other thumbnails are like boring descriptions with the thing I'm actually doing, and people don't want to click it. They want to see a lot of bright text and a lot of exclamation marks. YouTube has been experimenting with A/B testing. Yeah, but I should really have two permanent thumbnails, one clickbaity, one authentic, and after clickbait to those it works, and vice versa. I've used nail polish before with lasers. With lasers? How do you use nail polish with lasers? Just need to make sure the rest of the area because it gets all over. Yeah. Yeah, I used it with the 3D prints to emboss the label into the 3D print and then fill out the grooves with thinned down nail polish. You thin it down with acetone and then use syringes to get it in there. And it can really make a mess, yeah. Etch the surface you want to label, then nail polish in the etching. Okay, yeah, so basically the same thing. Instead of embossing it with 3D printing. Yeah. You can't see anything. I haven't tried thinning it. Yeah, it goes, it's easier to go through the, if you have needles at the end of your syringe, it will go through it easier. What you have to do is maybe multiple coats because you have less pigments. Is emboss the right word? I don't know. It's inside Fusion. It's the operation you click to put in the text. So from a CAD standpoint, it's the right word. But I associate embossing with embossing in metalwork, where you have letters and you smash them in with a hammer, basically. That's embossing, I think. Maybe deboss. What? Deboss? All right, I'm looking that up. No. Let me. Is it a cut or a rise? It's a cut. You basically you do an extrude and you cut into the material. But you're right, it might be embossed if it's like elevated. Inlay. Yeah, I thought inlay is once you put stuff in the groove, then it's an inlay. But I don't know. I'm not an English speaker native. Deboss. Oh, you're right. Oh yeah. Embossed is elevated generally, yes, and debossed is when it's a groove, basically, like it goes into the material. Okay. Today I learned. Woodworking term. Yeah, I also, you see it with like old stuff with like ivory inlays or gold inlays. A little archaic, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna use that. D-Boss, nice. Yeah. Okay, maybe I made a stupid design decision here. I can't really show you what I'm doing here. It's because it's off the side. Maybe I need a third camera. But yeah. Debossed, I like it. But yeah, with I made this video half a year before Bamboo Lab just put out all these cheap multicolor printers, and now yeah, you can just do labels with those. It's so easy. It's even with my Prusa, you can do the first layer in a different color and the rest in that color, and then you have your label as well. So yeah, trying to imagine how nail polish would settle on a raised surface. Yeah, no, you're right. It's deboss. That's nice. Yeah, what I'm doing now for labeling, let me show you after I take this apart. I deboss the I deboss my letters and everything into my material, and then I print out the letters in a different material, and then I glue them in. And inked, yeah, inked on a nice surface, or even like with a vinyl cutter. If you have vinyl stickers and put them on, that's a really nice finish. But for this build, we will be doing this. And yeah, so what I've done here, get the focus. You can see here, this sticks out. But you could also print it thinner so it would not stick out. But basically, you deboss all the letters and then you glue them in with super glue or model glue or anything that glues plastic. And that's pretty good. The smears here you see are from the nail polish lettering beneath it. And this, as you know, nail polish gives you smears, especially on black prints. And so I tried to print it out and stick it on, and this works really well. So for the finished version, we have the debossed, and now we're gonna glue the letters in. Can't get my change filament tuned in. I need to spend some time on it. I have projects waiting. 16 by 16 RGB LED cube. Oh my god. Yeah, that's some soldering for you. Get my printers back up and running. Yeah, when a printer doesn't work, that's a real pain. For a long time I had a Creality CR10S Pro V2, which I have modded and replaced and everything, and it will not work reliably. So I scrapped the thing and I bought a Prusa and was so happy with it. I bought another one, and that's my workhorse printers, but they are very, very expensive. Yeah. Printers fair. That's what's great about the laser. You tape the whole area laser through the tape into the surface. And as long as the nail polish doesn't bleed under tape, great cleanup. Okay. Okay. And which materials do you laser? Is it acrylic? It's the new part. MDF, in other words. Ah, okay. Would work, yeah. And you have a diode laser then, right? MDF for prototypes, right? Right. Yeah, end of the year. Looking for lasers. Kind of laser it is at the makerspace. But a couple of times. Okay. That what diet for me I like using. Yeah. Yeah, soon I will join you on the laser front. So this guy goes in. Google is CO2 laser. Oh, okay, nice. CO2. Yeah, I'm looking at a CO2 as well. The OpenTech Polar. So far, the reviews are pretty good, and yeah, sounds good so far. As can commit to an com stream. Yeah, they are not cheap. That's right. But yeah, it's more like, yeah, it's a expensive hobby for me, but I don't have any kids or any other big expenses, so yeah, I have to put the money somewhere. And I really like doing it. It's like all my spare time. But the Polar I looked at, it's very compact. It's a desktop CO2 laser, and it has a built-in cooling unit, so you don't have to have like a big cooling aggregate or something. Better than going down to pub. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh man. Yeah. Ah, there it is. AUD, you're Australian then, right? AUD? Productive value, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, $20, that's really not bad. Yeah, that must be really nice. There is a makerspace in a city about an hour away from where I live, and maybe, yeah, I'm thinking about going there and checking it out. Maybe to meet some people. Yeah. Yeah, you can get, pretty decent lasers at a cheap price. Same as streaming. You get distracting chatting to other asses. Yeah, that's the thing. That is the thing. See them. Yeah. I'm also thinking about going to maker fairs. You know, at first to check them out, what's all that about and what the vibe is there. But at some point, I think I want to take this rig here and show this at a maker fair. But I would have first to feel it out. What's it like there? Can be hit or miss though, so even if the one near you ends up being a bust, still worth exploring them. Yeah. Okay, so we switched the end piece. Now mailing list of all the cities in Australia, and they were first getting started. Okay. I have to change the music, it's getting kind of funky. Okay. That's better. Yeah, 15 by 300. It's not giant, that's true. You could get from Ohmtech, they're like industrial size machines at around the same price point, but you would miss the cooling unit, and then that's a whole nother thing to tackle, the cooling unit. Someone's old house with a group of friends. Immense shady. Others are very cyber-focused, actual hacking vibes. Okay, fun by local governments to get back down in bureaucracy. Yeah. I have seen a couple where you can only get there as a company. It's like, only as an employee of a company which has access to this makerspace. It's just pretty weird for a makerspace. Artist collected, yeah, that's what I would want, because with my stuff, everything I make because it has to be useful for something. Like this motion control rig, I want to get shots with it. I don't usually do like cosplay or artistic stuff, or just like a diorama, something just for the looks of it. And this would be very interesting for me, because I'm a very practical guy, and it's not easy for me to get into that. Looking for black screws on the black table. Local defense force, military makerspace. Should be interesting. So towards a more traditional hackerspace vibe than FabLab makerspace. Yeah. So what stuff are you making there? So you mentioned you're more like in an artist direction, or what specifically is it you're making? I don't want crashed, yeah. But for CNC stuff, I think it would almost be easier and maybe cheaper to order it from a CNC service in China. be functional for me also. Yeah. You know, with like some designs like this stuff, I have some fun. Give it some silly names, use the NASA font, and all these like cooling vents here are purely decorational, non-functional. But yeah, I would like to give it, as I mentioned earlier, with the weathering and stuff, and give it a more used look. But yeah, I talk more than I make, but I've laser cut birthday cards, did a photo frame once. That's nice. What you do, a gaming table or a 3D printed Enigma machine. Oh yeah. Then like a pen and paper table, I assume, right? I swore off 3D printing after struggling to get my eMaker Huxley working. Now I have 2 broken 3D printers that need fixing, and looking at the Bamboo Lab stuff. Yeah, Bamboo Lab for me was also very interesting, and yeah, ultimately I did not choose it because of the closed source and all that stuff. I'm a big fan of open source things, and you get that a bit more with Prusa, I think. They have a closed source driver and all this stuff. That's true, but especially for hardware, they are now pretty open. And also, if there's like a switch on the PCB you can cut, and then you can flash your own firmware, which will void your warranty, but you can do your own firmware. So after Prusa has gone belly up sometime in the future, you can still repair the machines, which was very important for me because they are so expensive and I want to keep them for a long time. Yeah, basically like my stuff. Very good gaming produce, but I don't ship to Australia and the costs are prohibitive now. Okay, don't know what's that. Sick of printers that don't work. Oh yeah, that's the worst. Because they take so long in the stuff they make, and yeah, you're 8 hours in, and the the whole thing just decides to delaminate or come off, or you can start again. Yeah. I think I just lost the other screw. I'll get a new one. What do we have? I have a 3x8. 3D printer good firmware is key. Yeah. Yeah. That is true. The old printers though compared to the new ones, and struggle to see the difference. Yeah. In some things, if you look at like Prusa, they have basically the same mechanical makeup from the beginning, which works very well, but it's nothing new. And that's a bit of a downside with them. Their innovation rate is not that high. So I have the Mark IV. It still does not have a touch screen. It's equipped with a touch screen, but the software does not do it. So you have to use the clicky wheel, which I don't really care about. But it's got some flag for that in reviews. And well, with the input shaping, I think it's a good approach by Prusa because they have like factory calibration with their machines, and they put a profile in, and they say because the printer does not change, they don't have to change the input shaping. With Bamboo Lab, every time you print, there is an acceleration sensor on the print head, which will measure the vibrations on all axes and create a new profile. It takes a couple of minutes, but it's before every print. and it gives you good results, sure. But with Prusa, you just use one profile, it comes from the factory, works every time, no problem. It must just be death by 1,000 cuts, lots of tiny engineering improvements. Yeah, that's the main thing that's different. Yeah, flexible sheet beds. They were there in the beginning, but a lot of people just printed on glass. Yeah. Extruders, yeah. Is it real or just marketing? Yeah, some extruders, especially if you have like high flow nozzles, they are pretty good. And also ruby tips are very good for longevity. If you print carbon fiber or other abrasive stuff, ruby tips are, yeah, the best way to go. Put in my 3D printer, Big Tree Tech 32. Yeah, new touchscreen. Put Marlin on it. Night and day difference. Yeah, Clipper is the go-to, as you can change the firmware on the fly with no compiling. Yep. I looked into these options when I still had the Creality, because I put the Tiny Machines firmware on it, which was also improvement from the stock firmware from Creality. But the thing was not savable from hardware wise. Now it's just like a stepper motor donor. Meaning extruder, not the hot end. Well, extruder wise, you can get a bit more precision with planetary gears. That's good, and it's better for like if you have soft filament and so on, because you have more contact area to squeeze the plastic through. Not seizing up in the gears is a game changer. Yeah, completely. What I had to do on my Prusas even is put heat sinks on the extrusion steppers, because they would get hot enough to heat up the little the gear inside, which like pulls through the material and get it hot enough to melt and then clog, which happened like 2 or 3 times. And then I put a heat sink on the motor, and it stopped since there. So yeah, compared to the old board that's been manually cut up in the Huxley kit. Oh, I don't even know these printers. Yeah, my first 3D printer was an ANET A8, which is basically just baby's first fire. A cheap Chinese power supply, everything crappy and made from cheap acrylic. Yeah, Huxley is ancient. Yeah, sounds like it. Yeah. Yeah. So those are here. Okay. Yep. Let's check out some more screws. All right. Okay. Good. M2x6. M2x6. From the Indiegogo campaign 13 years ago. All right. That is ancient. Tweezer. Fire starter, yeah, precisely. Mine never caught fire, but there used to be a subreddit called Printer Fires or something. The ANET A8 was like the 5-star member there. Yeah, it's, yeah, the Creality I bought afterwards at least had a good mean well power supply. So yeah, and a good solid state relay for the bed heating and everything, which was a big improvement even in reliability and so on. And yeah, I modded it for years and I got more and more frustrated with it. And then I bought the Prusa, the Mark III S Plus, and which is great. And then I had these two printers and all the stuff that had to be precise and reliable I did on the Prusa. And after the Creality went worse and worse and worse, I decided to pull the trigger on the Mark IV because it was so much faster than the Mark III. And yeah, I bought the Mark IV and then I disassembled the Creality. And when I disassembled it, almost all of it, I realized that the V rollers had worn down in the bed, the bed axis sliding back and forth, and which must have been like the ultimate reason why this thing failed. So I could have fixed it then, but I did not bother. It was just such a crappy printer. Even at the beginning, it had like, when in the best times, it had like 80% success rate on prints, which is not really something you can rely on. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. It's working on a 7-inch touch screen. Yeah, this is smelling like version 2 of the rig. Maybe. So PCB is back in. Let me show you closer. Closer. There we are. Now you're getting focus as well. Good. All the plugs back in. Now, come on. Go. Mouth. All right. See this here? This little screw is in the way of this plug. So, okay. This has to go in the model. Yeah. What do you use your sliders for? I will get to that in a second, but the 0.6 nozzle, I have ordered them. They were in the mail yesterday. I will switch my Mark III to the 0.6 nozzle and my Mark IV with the 0.4. I have done some test slices in Prusa Slicer and the savings are enormous. That's a really, really good tip from you. Thank you. What do you use your sliders for? So I use them for my videos. The story there is I wanted to make videos about electronics. And then I've seen some sliders, manual sliders, and I thought, yeah, I could put a motor on there. And then I did. And then I thought, yeah, you could do some 2-axis gimbals on there. And then I did. And now we are here. So originally it was to make videos about electronics, like how different circuits work and so on. But ultimately it has become the purpose of this channel to do motion control stuff. So once this is finished, I will use it to film the videos about my other creations, like bigger motion control rigs, robot arms, and so on. This one is bent. Good. What do you mean by M? Oh, come on. Thank me next time we talk, yeah. By then I have like maybe the first prints on it done already. Good. This is in motor cable. The other thing. Wrong window. Oh, Factorio, nice. I played this for years. Oh, with a buddy of mine. I think he still plays it. It's a really good game. I remember when they introduced like the flying drones and all the liquid stuff, and it's so much more complicated now. Okay, so and switch. Okay, this thing broke. Okay, I won't put it in now. I just want to get the lid on. So, nope. Exotic Industries mods. Oh, has a lot of extra fluid stuff. Puts off bots until later. So currently in train nightmare. Oh yeah, trains. That's right. Trains at some point. Because you need to rework your factory, so it's very train dependent. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, my buddy and I once did a run with no conveyor belts whatsoever. We at some point we did everything with robot arms and chests and flying bots. And what? Yeah, you needed a really good CPU to get that game running with all these bots flying. I wanted to see the polarity of the PCB. Bodies, components. So you see here the little thermal pads. This means this is ground. Close. This one is ground. Good. Okay, let's go it first. Yeah. Have you tried Space Engineers then? I haven't. That's also a game I played with the same buddy, and it's you're an engineer in space. You have to build spaceships and factories in space, and also mine asteroids and planets for resources. And you can also do automation. Yeah, because Factorio feels so smooth in comparison. Yeah, with Factorio, because it's in 3D, and also you have like a lot of different stuff to worry about, like oxygen and all this stuff. It's a different feeling, because in Factorio, once your factory runs smooth, you can add to it. But in Space Engineers, you have to stay on your toes, basically. Excited for this expansion this next month. Yeah, I haven't played it in my maybe 5 years, 6 years at least. At some point I could not keep up with the change because you had to read so much stuff to be to know how to play the game. We're nerding out. The Moped Universe, welcome, hi. Yeah, we're here to nerd out. What else would you do? So those are there. Speed is howdy. Good. So maybe we can get the lid on. Figuratively and literally. All right. Different angle. So that is in. Good. What screws? Yeah, won't stay there. 3x8. 3x8. The cat has joined us. Yeah, build stuff. Yeah, that's right. Crack on. Got a Sony CB1 that I need to test the dummy battery on at some point. Yeah, I had great success with dummy batteries. I used it on my ATD and now on my R6. Good. Yeah, start assembling. Yeah, you do that. It's great fun. Yeah. I mean, it's nothing like say it's not like you start streaming and then you can quit your job or something. But for me, it's more like stuff we're doing now. Talking about stuff, talking about games. Yeah, just hang out. That's the right one. Yeah. I recently played the new God of War, and that is an amazing game. Extremely good. I'm very excited for the new one, which will come out in a couple of weeks. Oh, come on. Good. The lid is on. Oh, that's so nice. I bought all the equipment to start a D&D live stream audio-wise, but the friends weren't interested anymore. Ah, that's a shame. Yeah, I've never played D&D, but I played a German version of a pen and paper game called Das Schwarze Auge. So the black eye, basically. It's the same. Your character sheets, your dices, your campaigns, the game master, and so on. It was really fun. But the group was not that great at the end, so we stepped out. But yeah, it's a nice evening to play this. Okay. Now the slider is almost done. I have to fix the end stop at some point, but because the cable broke. But I won't do that now. We have gimbals to assemble. That is group was perfect, but life gets in the way. Yeah, it's always that. Yeah. Are we going to have motion during this session? Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Looking pretty good, I would say. So, where we left off last time on this thing. Right. We did this panel here with all these plugs. I have prepared the plugs in the meantime. It's here. Let me get the other one. It's the thing with having cats around here. They sometimes like to just push some little screw to the ground. Okay. Let's start with this one. No, it's the wrong one. Good. You should design a foot controller for cameras to switch stuff, or what do you mean? To switch angles, or? But yeah, for angle switching, this could be interesting, because if you put like a microcontroller in there, like switch adjuster while you are, yeah. If you put a microcontroller in there, like a Teensy LC or something, they can act as a keyboard towards the PC, and then you can hook up the foot switch to GPIO, and you press the foot switch. Teensy sends a letter or a key to your computer, and inside OBS you can hook up shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts, and that way you could switch scenes. But maybe not now. Let's not get sidetracked again. There's a Pico deck software for a Raspberry Pico 2 that makes it show up as a Stream Deck. Yeah. For me, the thing that's the most interesting about the Stream Deck is, of course, the screen buttons. Just such a good concept, but they are so expensive to buy. Yeah, I've even seen there is from a company in, I think, Japan. They have done a full keyboard and every key has a screen. Costs a couple $1,000, but now you can customize really everything. So I helped debug the Windows driver issues. Turns out Windows is fuzzier than Mac about USB descriptors. Yep. There's definitely some fuzz inside Windows. So this is the little audio jack in there, which I will use to trigger the camera. Got a Stream Deck, but I couldn't justify paying getting this time. Oh, they have pedals. Okay. How much are the pedals? PCB, there you are. That thing goes on here. They dropped the price since launch. But yeah, other than like pedals you plug in with USB to the computer, or is it in the Stream Deck? An old phone or a tablet as a Steam Deck, don't remember what the software is called. Yep. German Deutsche Mark. Yeah. It's been a while since we had Deutsche Mark here. USB pedals, 3 buttons, yeah. Yeah. I'm such a doofus. Oh, sorry, no worries. I think we switched to Euro beginning of the 2000s, so thanks for that throwback. But yeah. Deutsche Mark, yeah. €78. Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. There's probably a way to design these foot switches for less than €78. Yeah, I just discovered this is the connector for the zoom motor, 2x2 DuPont. This is the pin header for the zoom motor, 4x1 DuPont. Find the difference. Seem well built, but the cost was higher at launch, and they made some marketing claims I didn't believe. Claim you could change the sensitivity via software. Oh, then they are like, okay. They are not like switches. Jesus. Tweezers, there we are. Yeah, tell me how to change the. Yeah, but if they claim to change the sensitivity, they are probably like force sensitive sensors instead of micro switches, which can be a good thing because I believe they are not. They won't degrade over time, basically. Yeah, they're just micro switches. If they ray graphic and they made could be believed. Okay. Okay, so they put like an engineering render up there. Okay. Yeah, then yeah. There's no way you can change the sensitivity. Yeah. But what I'm thinking here is you could get for like guitar pedals, there are like extension switches, which are just a couple of foot switches and a cable to connect them. That's completely passive. If you could put like a box in between with a microcontroller and USB, you could make how many Elgato switch pedals you like, as many as you like. If you can see that image, but that's the one that made me go, okay, let me see. I'm in OBS. Have you posted something or should I look at something? So it's this stream deck software renders and overlay is showing what's been assigned to the buttons. Yeah. I posted a link, but YouTube. Yeah, okay. Probably has removed it. Okay. But yeah, anyway, I think with like normal foot switches from guitar equipment, this could be done. Okay. My assistant is here. No, he leaves again. No, no. Okay, bad idea. The debounce, yeah, debounce could be. Or maybe, you have to hold it for a while. Yeah, debounce then basically debounce. You have to hold it for like 2 seconds or so. But then it's unfortunate to name it sensitivity. Have you done a live stream before? If you have the stream deck? stream Sea of Thieves, but very quick had people yelling slurs. Oh. Ah, okay, yeah, yeah. That's a problem. In basically all multiplayers. I played League of Legends for a while, and their community is so toxic. Turns out that there's a Discord operating in my region that tracks small streamers, find servers they're on, and cheat on for fun. What? Tracks small streamers, find servers they are on, cheat on for fun. What do you mean? They cheat on, or they find people who cheat? This was weird for the game. But okay, but there's a Discord. Ah, okay, that tracks small streamers, find servers they are on, and cheat on for fun. Our server region is small enough. It's possible to track down pretty quick. Okay, okay. And then they do something against the cheaters, or what do they do? They made automatic scanning software. Okay, to catch cheaters then. No, against people streaming. They cheat and throw. Ah, oh, okay. Oh, and that's not to catch streamers. Okay, ah, I see. Okay, yeah. Okay, messed up. Yeah, that's true. Did you try it on Twitch then? Right. Maybe people be the toxic 5 times like 2,000 hours. Yeah. The second I started streaming was almost every session. Yeah, on Twitch. That's really messed up. But it's, yeah, you basically can't do anything against it, right? Okay. Now we're putting the screws on here. But yeah, tagging your stream as OCE, having game handle or link to Xbox folder means that my gamer tag is associated. Mm-hmm. One small screw. Good. Okay. That is done. This goes on. This little guy. Right. Doing something. Yeah, the length some people go just to, yeah, harass. Yeah, that's awful. Okay, let's look at some screws. Three by eight. It's the Minecraft servers. Since the amount of tracking people have come up with. Privacy measures. Yeah. Yeah, I never been much into online gaming, except for League of Legends a bit, but only with my brother-in-law. He's really into it, but for me it was a couple of nice evenings. But yeah, then streaming the pen and paper stuff could be a better way to at least get less harassed online. Yeah. Could also be more fun then. Okay. We can now add the bearing, I think. Yeah, we also have to do this little guy. There are some inserts missing. Short ones. Yeah. That's the end stop. Screws. Right. Yeah, they are. My favorite ones, though, are these big ones. Have a budget installation, though, and stuff doesn't. Yep, all the time. I also don't have. There are like rigs where you can put them down completely straight. I don't have that. I have the inserts for the soldering iron, and that's pretty good. But yeah, these here are my absolute favorites because they are 1/4 inch 20. So you put this anywhere in a 3D print and you can mount camera equipment to it, or it's to camera equipment, which is really helpful. CNC Kitchen, yeah, that's right. Fellow German maker. Yeah, I tried the one from Rutex. Don't know if they are like globally available or so. But they weren't that great, and they weren't marked, so you had to guess which one is which. And that is something that's really nice about the CNC Kitchen ones. They are all labeled. So no, these three are in. And now we have an end stop. Germans certainly have a talent for engineering science. Yeah, they do. Also, over engineering and bureaucracy we're very good at. Okay. So bearings. Oh no, they are. They are here. So now we can bring the two together. Right. So I've heard a lot about it. I do wonder whether it's true or not. It is. It is. It's so true. Yeah. It's some here, some there. The strangest case of bureaucracy I have found was we did in college. Basically a student party. We organized it and we sold some food there, and there was basically bread we bought from a bakery, and we put some sausages or steaks on it, and we sold it then as food. And we had some surplus, some bread over, and we asked the bakery if they donate stuff to like food banks or so. And they told us they are not allowed to donate it because they have paid no taxes on the flour they used to make the bread. So if they want to donate it, they have to pay taxes on the flour, and they cannot track it, what flour and how much. So they have to throw away the bread because they don't know how many taxes they have to pay, which is just crazy. Throwing away food because of taxes. That's just, yeah, awful. Really awful. 5 by 25. Yeah, yeah. They love their taxes. Is this 20? Yeah. Yeah, other thing is the 2 years ago, we built a house here. And like the first year and a half, it's just applications and forms and committees and getting all the paper done. Yeah. So, all right, get here. So glad Australia mostly gets by with sales. It's a channel and a general business tax. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Don't overdo it. Big one. Few cases of excise for fuel or goods that are damaging to your health in cars. Yeah, okay. Then you get special taxes to reduce the usage, like taxes on alcohol and tobacco and so on. Yeah, I get that. That's yeah, it's just normal, I think. Oh, good. Yeah, you asked the you can't see any of the stuff I'm doing. So yeah, we are marrying the two halves here. And earlier you asked about the inserts not lining up, and you know what? It's not lining up perfectly. So donations goods were a tax problem in Australia. People would, yeah, yeah. That's just it, yeah. Good. This is there. We need 2 more screws. 5 by 14. We have a lot of strict laws, but they only apply to people that get caught. Yeah. Ah, okay. That's good. This one here. Go on. Maybe we should have put the cable in first, but okay, let's try the mechanics. Okay, so now we can rotate like this and up until this point. Then there's the end stop. And then you rotate back and you get till here. So there's no longer 360 degrees. It's limited rotation. But yeah, that's pretty good. So if you think like operating in this direction, you can go here and completely down without a problem. That's good. There's another cable I have to make. Put it like, okay, I will just plug it in. Okay, I will unscrew it first. cable through here. Mouse. Okay. There's some bent pins here. Okay. There it is. Good. Connection there. Good. Cable is in. And all right. Rotating. Maybe I have to put a zip tie there, or it's probably fine. Okay, yeah. So much work. Good. Good. And yeah, I have redesigned the lid down here because I noticed the cable. So that's like looking good, thank you. That's the old lid, and it's very flat. But down here is the optical sensor for the rotation, and the cable is just a bit too bulgy. And with this one, I designed a bigger hub in the middle and a bigger, like a bowl, a cutout, and now it fits. It is used for the rotation mechanism bearing. That's called, I have a, what's it? A Rockler bearing. Yeah. Some people call it Rockler bearing or Lazy Susan bearing. They are cheap, maybe $10 on Amazon. And they are equally crappy. Because they, don't know if this, there's a lot of, you can see it. It's not good. But that's what I'm using. It's version 1. Version 2 will probably get better bearings. But it works fine. It's absolutely okay. So this guy gets in. Can I and then show you? Right. Screws 3x6. Depends on the bearing. These ones, yeah, you see they have these holes in here. And if you want a good bearing with holes in there, you're looking at about 130 euros. And yeah, if you want a good bearing without the holes in the same size, you can go by like 20, 30 euros. And then I will design a 3D printed clamp or mount or anything which holds the bearing. It will be heavier because this is made of aluminium and it's soft and cheap and imprecise, and the other ones will be steel. Yeah. Better bearings, more cost, so yeah. They will be an expensive part, but you only need 2 for the whole thing. As a kid, what's your bomb looking like? Let me put in the screws and then I show you. Hey, drill your own hole, so does it risk damaging the bearings? I have put a drill to these holes to straighten them a bit, because I don't know why they did it, but this is I think machined aluminium, and then they put like some spray paint or lacquer or coating or anything on it, and now it's really awful surface. It chips off. It's just cheap, not good. Yeah, drill your own holes. In a good steel bearing, you should not drill your own holes because it gets warm, it bends the part, and then you don't have a bearing anymore. Yeah. But you can get pretty good bearings without the holes from China, and they might be more expensive, but not that much. It's not like hundreds of euros. It's maybe 20 euros instead of 10. Yeah, for the bomb you ask, I've written a script for Fusion 360 which goes through all your parts and creates a bill of material as a CSV file which you can read with Excel. Now you cannot see this, but now the lid is on. How do laser wings feel now it's assembled? Yeah, let me show you a bit. Right. Yeah. You see this play back and forth? This is like, let's say 2 millimeters or so, which they have play, which is not good. It gets a bit better once the belt is on and there's more tension, and the camera will weigh this down. In like practical use, you won't feel it, but it does not feel great right now. For version 2, there will be better bearings. It's always been my challenge with making stuff. Hardware costs add up so quick. Yeah, and screws are expensive. They are so expensive. Yeah, okay, so bill of material. Right. Let me... You know what? I will open the document and show you, and then show my screen before I dox myself or something. Project. Good. And okay, that is tiny. That's better. So that's the bill of material. This is all auto-generated from Fusion with my script. So it gets your instances and the description. In the case, it's like a standard part, like a screw. I will not give an ordering number. You can just buy them. It's like any 1/4" 20 screw that's 1/2 inch long. just a normal screw or 3/4 inch long. But this is a very specific cable chain, and I have put in these ASIN numbers, which are inventory numbers for Amazon. So if you put this into Amazon, this number here, you will get the exact link I bought. And then from there you can see where you can purchase it. People have asked me about like making kits and shipping them or something, and that's not the plan right now. Let's see in the future. I don't think there's like a huge request for these things. So I don't know if it will pay off on my side with all the time. I think you are likely to be more rough / flex something you have built because you don't want to break something you have just purchased ironically. Yeah, always careful with your stuff, right? Might be better once you load. Yeah, that's what I meant. Once the camera is on, there's no flag. It's correct. It's more than anything. Yeah, I have. If you zoom out a bit, you can see it has now 69 entries, and this is the top level bill of material. So if you add all these instances up, you get 298 parts, which includes like the threaded inserts, all the screws, all the big components like PCBs. Down here, this is the bill of material for the focus unit. So just the focus unit. Then you have the individual bill of material for all the PCBs with all the names and so on. So, and there is some cables. I've written down how much cables I've used and which connectors they are connected to. And then miscellaneous is like stuff I haven't put in the 3D model, like the step sticks and yeah, different things, mostly like belts. Yeah, but all in all, it's I think about up to 400 parts with all the 3D printed stuff as well. Yeah, so much work. Oop. Good. Making a kit of a finished 3D printed project just as much of a project as developing. Yeah, and not that fun kind. Yes. I have this other thing. Where are you? It's not here. It's like the 3D printed turntable, which has the same fluidnc firmware. You can control it with the same software. It's all Gerbil based basically, and it's a finished project. So that's the first stream I did here with this turntable. And right now I'm collecting all the materials and I'm writing an assembly guide for it with screenshots and everything. And let me tell you, that's not fun. It's not fun at all. But I want for people to be able to build it. And yeah, it's not a big assembly guide. It's like 15, 20 pages. But yeah, open source print and place machine has opened my eyes hugely to that, and there's a few makers making products like open source screw counters. Yeah, some people, the effort they put in these things, it's amazing. Yeah, really good. Okay, so we have motion, and around here there are still motor cables missing. Okay. Cables. Look up 3D printed bearing. Lots of channels, they seem to work well. They use 6 or 8 millimeter ball bearing. Yeah, that would be the other idea, to make a 3D printed bearing. But yeah, I think the kind of loads I get here would not be too much for them. Yeah. Pick and place. Yeah, I got you. Pick and place machines, I figured. But yeah, Prusa's assembly guides are amazing. They're really good. So, yeah, two. Oops. But for the 3D printed bearings, I would, yeah, I don't know if like normal PLA will hold over time, or if it will just rub off for fracture. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, cable management, shopping it in.
Ich habe Folgendes gefunden.
Okay. My phone just talked to me. Big Brother is watching you. Okay. Kid's not worth your effort. Yeah, I figured. It's not like there's a huge demand. There's maybe, yeah, maybe 5 or so I could sell. So yeah, I already put a lot of time in, you know, the bill of material. The model is as complete as it can be, except for cables. And I will do an assembly guide. And then this has to be enough. It's a hobby after all. Good. So that's the back. And here we are moving. So what we can do now is glue some letters. This guy here. So the letters. Okay. It's Q. Okay. Start with the lines. Good. so satisfying just slotting them in there. Are not like specific. No, it's okay. And this is just like normal model glue you would use for model planes or so. So it's right if it doesn't need sanding. Yep. I was pretty generous with the tolerances because they don't really matter here. Normally, if I want prints to loosely fit, I give them 0.2 millimeters. And the last one. Good. I can't zoom any further, but yeah, it's nice. It's really bright on camera. It's not that glaring in real life. I think that's maybe the slide here. No, it's just pure white. Okay, so we let that dry. And since I have the glue out already, I could do these other ones for the focus unit. You see they're way smaller. They look like alphabet soup. So okay. Good. Well, let's sort it out first. Tweezers. So whoa, almost 3 hours already. What's that pan stand for? It's the pan tilt slider. How does the pocus work? The focus. It has a very small stepper motor in there. That's a NEMA 11. The normal ones you see on 3D printers are NEMA 17. It's just like a number that refers to the size. I believe the 17s are 32 millimeters by 32, and the 11s are 22 millimeters or something like that. They're pretty tiny. And inside is... Is this wrong? I have to get closer so I can see. Okay. Yeah, magic basically. I will make it bigger, but I have to get closer because it's so small and yeah. Yeah, inside is a GT2 belt, like the ones I have on the slider and everything else. So it's a belt system, and inside is a 3D printed pulley and a 3D printed gear. The gear has a standard modulus, which is just a fancy word for just the dimensions of the gear. So how many teeth, how big they are, and so on. And this modulus or these dimensions of the gear are standard in the industry. And then you can buy lenses which have these gears already built in, or you can do it like I did. There are like rubber rings you can put over your lens, and they fit really tight, and now you have gears on your lens. They're just rubber gears, but they're enough for pulling focus and zooming. So focus is a bit crooked there. Yeah. Light. Here. That is the focus. Here, this is the gear. And inside, if you open it up, there is the pulley and the motor, and this gear up here connects to the camera. And yeah. And there is the tooth gear, rubber gear on the camera. Yeah. Can you get numbers from the camera? Is it open loop? It's open loop control. So when you have for Canon anyway, I don't know for Sony or other, you have L series lenses, which are the more expensive ones with the red rings, and they have like an open clutch, so you can turn the ring in one direction indefinitely, and it will just stop the focus internally, but you can continue turning the ring. It will not damage the camera. It's just a clutch. So what you do at the beginning, you drive it in one direction for a certain amount of time until you're sure you are at the end of the clutch, basically. And from there, you have to have like calibrated values for your focus distance. But yeah, that's the kind of stall protection. I don't have stall protection inside my design, but the drivers I use, the TMC 2209, they can detect stalls. So yeah, if you have a lens with an end stop for the focus ring, then this could be a possibility. Yeah, to home, that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, if you have a lens that has like a stop in it and you drive it until the end there, that could be bad. Yeah. But you can, inside fluidnc and other Gerbil controllers, you can set up like limits to the movement and so on. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. That's pretty good. Show you closer. See, here are still like, I have a bit of stringing on my printer. That's not that great. But once the glue is dry, I can remove it. So, yeah, probably stop fiddling around. Let's see how it turns out. Okay. Good. I think I have to clean up my desk before we continue. Sure how to fix that now? What do you mean to fix that? Ringing. Oh yeah. I have no idea how to do it. They say that you can do a bit with retraction and temperature, but I'm not fiddling around that, and it has just a bit of stringing. It's okay, not too bad. So it's clean-ish. Okay, so music got weird again. Okay. Well, okay. We could put it on the slider now, I believe. This up a bit. So. Okay. Could, you know what? I will put on the old lid, even it has a bit of a couple of smudges. Let me see. Have to open a window. Glue smelling. Thanks. Don't think there's a way I could show you. Maybe like this. No, maybe. That's okay. Okay. Oh, come on. Yeah. You said you use MQ2, so how do you get the data on your remote control screen? Is there good docs, online videos, etc.? From fluidnc, you need it's a so-called G-code streaming software like Universal G-code Sender or other stuff, where you send G-codes and get the responses from fluidnc on your PC via USB. And I have written such a program specifically for motion control stuff. And from in this program I have written, I have added MQTT to get it there. But just from fluidnc to MQTT, there is no way, I think, at the moment, because it's also not fast enough to do something with it. You need, for like a good G-code streamer, you need like 4 to 8 milliseconds response time. And with MQTT, you can't really get that. So, there we have it. Alright. Oh man. Yeah. We could, yeah, one thing I forgot, the belt on here, but we can fix that. Let me see the belt. Cat wants to say hello. But yeah, once you get MQTT running, it's a pretty good online documentation. It's also not very complicated. Here. Got to be a fun story as to why it's called a cheat code. Cheat code, I don't know. It's probably something Vsauce would know or so. Is this dimension changed? I have to do the calculations for the belt. Okay. See. Oh, man. Okay. Could be I don't have the right pulley here, but I can get a close one to fit. See if I can. Okay, that sounds pretty tight. All right. The belt is moving. Good. Okay. Ah, yeah, okay. This is a normal 15 millimeter rod. It's standard for camera hardware. You can get it all over the place, different lengths, different clamps that mount to it. I have like this mount here. No. Get you the white. Not really better, but you get what I mean. Good. I think it's time to put it on the slider. So much work to get here. Good. Five by 18. So at some point I will have to label these screw bins, but not today. Right. Can put that here. I think to plug it in, we have to remove this lid below here again. Good. You get up here. I think I can get you a better angle. Yeah, I will put them on afterwards. 6mm GT2 belts, exactly, yes. So, get here on. That's already a problem. It's tipping over. Yeah, it's again the CAD model defying physics. But yeah, one problem at a time. Let's go here. So. Okay, let's put the lid bag on. Here. Last belt. So over here. So. Sort of. Okay. We need to get to this pin here. No, that's the old one. Come on. Um, oh, he's lost. Maybe a bit too tight, this belt. Okay, now it's on. Let's see. Oh. Okay. I need to orient there are two grub screws in the pulleys, and I need to orient them to grab onto the D-shaft face on the stepper motor. They will just turn with them. I pull it off again. Yeah, probably. All right. There. Good. Okay. Let's try it the other way. I put it on the pulley first and then on the big wing. So. Yeah. Okay. A bit low. Let's fix that. Okay. And we're done. Oh man. All right. Mechanical assembly is done, I think. This works, this turns. It's height of the belt is not ideal, but not a problem. Okay. Go here till the end. And it's going. So, couple of things still not so great is the tipping over issue. Like this. It's really easy to tip. To think of something for that. Yeah, bigger feet probably, or wider feet. Also, okay. Let me write this down. Let's have a forget again. So, Notion. Okay. Good. So that's my Notion page where I track the progress and then have all my tasks in there. So let me see that I can close this print log. It's done. Okay, test new electronics power. That's okay. Yeah, I have to test this, but this is here, so I can check this off. Done. Simple test direct done order. This is done. Camera base, same thing. Done. So, okay, for the model. And I want wider feet. Yep. So what else? Electronics fix slider. Then for the model as well, there's one screw that's in the way on the slider base PCB screw. It's in the way. That's okay. So otherwise, yeah, this stuff is not hooked up here for the electronics. Like the triggers. And stops. Okay. What else? What else? It's okay. I need cable for that. Yeah. Other than that, we are fine. Maybe I get a different angle, or can you see it on this? I do it like so. No, you can't. Yeah, okay. But it looks really good. Oh man, so much work. But yeah, I'm really proud of it. Good. Okay. Yeah. But I think I will not turn it on today. because there are still a bunch of connections missing for which I have to make cables. And also I want to measure each and every connection before I plug anything with voltage in, so I don't blow it up. But yeah, this has been a good step towards the end. I will make some modifications over the week. Let's see. Yeah, maybe stream next weekend again. And yeah, get the modifications in, and also eat something. I've been online for 3.5 hours now. Streaming for 3.5 hours. But this looks really good. Okay, good. All right. Thank you all for joining me today for this, yeah, the rest of the mechanical assembly. And yeah, it's been really fun talking to you and very interesting. Yeah, good that you kept me company. Thank you. Yeah, I will. Did I hear it moving? No, unfortunately not. But we only have manual movement. You see? Yeah, I'm not gonna power it on today because I'm very tired and I'm pretty sure there are some connections wrong. I want to measure every connection before I turn it on so I don't blow it up. And also I will prepare the software. So for probably next weekend, I will let you know via a community post, or you see when the next one is planned, the next live stream. Next time we're gonna do the electronics. So I will on my own time I will test measure everything if everything is all right, so I don't blow it up, and also create the remaining cables. There are still a few cables I have to make, and that's really boring to show. So I will do this during the week, and next live stream we're gonna plug it in and turn it on. And yeah, maybe I can put one of the streaming cameras on here so you can see it, how it moves from like a first person perspective. Could be fun. Yeah. I'm pretty tired. It's like, yeah, it's been 3.5 hours and I haven't had haven't had dinner yet. So yeah, there's that. But thank you all for joining. Great work. Thank you. It's been really fun. We're done with the mechanics. Let's tackle the electronics next time. I will prepare the software, my back end, the Node-RED front end, so we can control it. Alert and aware. I'm aware of nothing right now. Yeah, it was really nice. Okay, so thank you everyone, and see you next stream. Bye.